have something for you at Fort Lauderdale. So I get to Fort Lauderdale. This was August 9th, 2021. I'm prayer walking A1A, and all of a sudden I get hit with this, what I would call supernatural grief. I mean, it was like
Wow.
so heavy that I just wanted to start crying on the spot. And I heard the Lord say, I grieve over what happens here during spring break.
Wow.
And so I go back to my hotel room, and I felt like the Lord wanted me to kind of do some research and find out the history of spring break in Fort Lauderdale. And what I discovered, Josh, was that the enemy actually used spring break in Fort Lauderdale to be a major open door for the sexual revolution to come upon the youth of America in the 1960s. Yeah, I mean, it's a really deep, dark story, but you know, spring break was originally Easter break, because it was the week before and the week after Easter, and it was given so that students could go home and be with their families and go to church. And so there was this small group of rebels that were basically like, hey, we don't want to go home and be part of our parents' fuddy-duddy religion. We want to go to Fort Lauderdale and live it up and embrace the new religion of sexual immorality and drunkenness. And so that's what they did. And there were thousands of them at that time that were doing it. And this professor at Michigan State University, Glendon Swarthout, who is a devout communist, by the way, he found out about this because some of his students had gone down there. This was like 1956, 57. So he decides to write a whole book about this and depict this lifestyle that is being expressed in Fort Lauderdale and basically present it as normal. As just what college students do. Like nowadays, when somebody thinks of college students, they immediately think of sexual immorality and drunkenness. Right? That wasn't the case back then. Men and women had separate dorms. I mean, most schools weren't even co-ed, but if they were, they had separate dorms. There were very strict rules about when men could visit the women's and vice versa. I mean, they all adhered to Christian principles. And keep in mind, every college was first created to be a place of discipleship. To raise up pastors and ministry leaders. You know, Harvard, Yale, Princeton, all of them started that way, right? So the enemy knew that he had to get them out of that environment and put them in a place where they had no authority figures. And give them unlimited alcohol and give them essentially permission to engage in this immorality. And this is how he did it.